2,000 dead, and Europe is bracing for another one. 25 Italian cities under red alert. Croatia and France raising its health emergency to the highest level. A researcher's finding, this heat wave would have been virtually impossible 50 years ago. Today, it's 200 times more likely than it was 20 years ago. Summer just arrived. It's not finished. Europe is bracing for a fresh wave of extreme heat, days after a record-breaking heat wave left more than 2,000 people dead across the continent. Red alerts are now in place across Italy and Croatia, with 25 of Italy's 27 cities under warning, stretching from Bolzano in the north to Palermo in the south. Croatia's alerts cover the capital Zagreb, along with the tourist hotspots of Dubrovnik and Split. The scale of the previous heatwave is only now becoming clear. France's public health agency says around half of the 2,000 deaths recorded across Europe occurred within its borders, with 85% of victims aged over 65. Officials also reported a sharp rise in deaths at home, pointing to the danger faced by elderly people living alone without adequate cooling.
It's been really difficult, I must say. I'm just opening the windows, putting my fan on, I'm taking a shower right before bed, I'm sleeping with wet towels over me just to try to survive, honestly, and just try to sleep.
Germany recorded a nighttime low of 29.4 degrees in Kubschutz, its warmest overnight temperature on record, a day after a national high of 41.5 degrees was measured in Saxony-Anhalt. France's Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu confirmed the country's health emergency plan will remain at its highest level.
The health alert level is being raised to its highest to boost hospital staffing and protect the vulnerable. We are keeping the country's health emergency response plan, ASAN, at its highest level for the coming days, in view of a possible recurrence of a heatwave episode.
Forecasters expect temperatures across France to climb back above 35 degrees from July 3rd onwards. The current system has been described as an omega block, named for the shape it forms on weather maps, a bulge of hot air trapped over Central Europe with cooler air pushed to either side.
These weather patterns that cause these extreme events. What we do know is that this year is going to be probably among the warmest on record because we are pushing average temperatures upwards with fossil fuel emissions and greenhouse gas pollution. So we expect it to be warm. Whether there will be more of these particularly intense heat waves, we just don't know.
Britain has not been spared either, with forecasters warning of a third heat wave this year, expected to push temperatures as high as 33 degrees next week.
We expect more frequent, longer and more intense heat waves across much of Britain and Northern Europe, and many homes being built today, or existing homes, are still designed primarily around retaining heat during winter, with thermal comfort in winter in mind rather than preventing overheating in the summer.
Scientists say episodes like this are no longer rare. Researchers behind World Weather Attribution found the recent heat wave would have been virtually impossible 50 years ago, and is now 200 times more likely than it was 2 decades back. With rivers low, power plants under strain, and cities built for a cooler climate, Europe's summer is proving to be a test of endurance. One forecasters warn is far from over.
Normally, if we come inside, the sows startle a little bit, so they all stand up and when they see us. But now it's just too hot for them. You see they're all lying down on the floor. They're also always looking to colder spots, and they try to press their body as much to the floor, which is the coldest as possible. So Well, normally in this compartment the preferable temperature is 20-21 degrees. Today it's between 30-32, and we see it. The sows, they're not comfortable. They're breeding very often. The breeding frequency is higher, and that's because pigs can't sweat. And because they can't sweat, they're trying to get rid of the heat by breeding. In fattening pigs, we see reductions in growth rate from 1,000 grams a day to 300 grams a day. So we see production decreases of 70% over there. Just those couple of hot days, of course, but it's in those days that we lose a lot of money. Well, the cows, they are looking for the fresh air movement at this moment. Normally they need to lie down 12 to 14 hours a day. Now we see that they're standing up to come into the air movement of the ventilators. That has an impact on the feed digestion, which already impacts the milk production, and that impacts the income. So because of that chain, let me say, the heat costs us between 150 and 200 euros a day. But if you want systems that can really give you a temperature decrease of, let me say, 6, 7, 8 degrees, then we're speaking about investments of about 100,000 euros. So it's quite large in comparison with the possible return. So that makes it difficult to say, are we going to do the investment or not? It also depends if there is enough support of government, then we have more opportunities, of course.